Mm. Welcome to coffee and tea. Now pull up and see. How do you lay your welcome to coffee and tea? Have a sip. Welcome to coffee and tea. Cream and sugar. Welcome to coffee and tea.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Coffee and Tea. As you can see, we're doing things a little bit differently in this episode, and rightfully so, because this episode is going to be a doozy. So, I have a co host today. So, you've seen him before, he's been on a show or two here at Coffee and Tea. He is my good friend, Mr. Sean Wade. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing great. How are you this evening?
Good. We staying cool in this unexceptional heat.
You saying cool? I'm on my way over.
Yeah, man. Like it is copacetic. My air has been on all day, and it feels wonderful in here.
We came this close to me doing this from my car.
You gotta do whatever you gotta do to stay cool, man. It's too much today.
Mm,
I told people it was like the gates of hell. I said this kind of weather make you want to live right.
that's what I learned in Phoenix.
Yeah, see, and in Phoenix they'll say, but it's a dry heat.
You open your oven, stick your head in at 225. Same thing.
Nope, no thank you. But Sean's my co-host today, and our show title. This is gonna be a little spicy. This is a five pepper show today. As you can see by the title, it is called "Protecting My Peace" or "Protecting My Fear." It's gonna be a doozy. Hey, Holly, welcome.
Hey,
Holly, welcome. Hopefully, you're staying cool as well. Today it I don't even know what's fitting to happen on this show today, but Sean and I have agreed that we're going to be open, we're going to be honest, and we're going to be vulnerable today. So some of you out there that know us, you may be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna come on this show. Sean said something when we were backstage, and I agree. Some people getting ready to find out some reasons why we are like the way that we are. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, share this on your pages. Like, let's get the numbers up. Let's get some people in here so we can have a good, honest conversation. Uh oh, Sean, you got friends. You got friends coming in.
hey, Heather.
Hello, Heather. Thanks for watching. Got another friend out here. Hey, Viva. I need for you to tell your husband that he need to come on. Cause I know he wants to try to roast us in the comments since we got y'all on the last show. Um, and
I got
I'm
the holy water ready.
yeah, we need more than holy water. They need some oil for them. But we're gonna get right into our first act. So our first act of questions. So Sean and I have a compilation of questions that we are going to kind of open up and talk to each other about. Yeah, we're not gonna rush to any conclusions with these questions, so y'all shouldn't either. All right. So let's see. I gotta pull up my list because I was looking at the list earlier and I was like, who came up with these questions? And then I said, oh, wait, we did.
Yeah, you came for me quite a few times.
Was not my intention, Sean. Not
That's
in
what
the
you keep
slightest.
saying. That's what you keep saying.
Because it's the truth, though. Like, not my intention. All right, all right. Hey, Kevin. Viva, don't start in the comments. All right, so my question is up first. So, what do you think has contributed to protecting my peace becoming one of the defining phrases of this generation?
Ooh, the toxicity. There's my big word for today. Um, Toxicity of the dating culture is a throwaway culture now. So it's easier just to be like, I'm protecting my peace. I'm not getting involved with that. Than dealing with somebody who's going to turn around 2 days later after like some texting and ghost you.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Like, it is like dating in general in this, like they say in church, in this dispensation of time, has to be the most ridiculous stuff I have ever encountered, like in my lifetime. And I've been single for a long time, and I've dated in between all of these pockets of singleness, and I'm not saying all, I'm saying a lot of men are
Weird. I'll
into
say
some
it for you.
just into some foolishness. I had um I think I talked about this. I don't know if I talked about this on another show or I just told a couple people about it. I let a friend of mine set me up with a blind date. And when I tell you, I sent all of the things that I sent, let you see like what I do, the fact that I'm a minister, the fact that I have podcasts, like all of that kind of stuff. Put it all out there. If that's not the type of person you want, I'm not it. He was fine with all of that. We got to the restaurant, and I have never been picked apart so much in my entire life.
Oh, who we riding on? You tell me.
He did. He didn't like my hair. He told me that my makeup looked goofy. He told me that my dress looked like a tent. Uh, he told me I was fat. Like it was crazy. And then I said, "Yep, I'm protecting my peace." And that's not accurate. It's just you
It's
don't
an
feel like
easy way
doing
to say it. I don't feel
foolishness.
like dealing with it.
Yeah.
Protecting my circle.
Yep. So no, thank you. All right, sir.
When Wingsgiving comes, you let me know where, and I'm gonna go knock on his door. So, what does guarding your heart actually mean to you?
Mm, Lord Jesus. For me, guarding my heart is paying attention. Like I'm trying not to get too wrapped up too quickly because my antennas tell me that this probably not gonna work out real good.
Is it wisdom or is it a shield?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think I have the ability to like I genuinely and y'all can tell me in the comments. Those of you that know me, like I'm generally a very happy, like giving type of person just in general in my regular life. In my dating life, it's a little bit more. Um, so guarding my heart and not allowing myself to fall too quickly, that's wisdom. But it's also, I've done it enough and been hurt enough that it's also a way for me to protect myself.
Okay.
So, yeah. Kevin said the same thing. Hey, brother Tony. Yes, I take enough money to make sure that I can pay for my own food, and I got a way to get home. Most of the time, I can call somebody, and they'll come and get me. But I still carry that. It's something my dad always taught me. Kevin, I'm not telling none of y'all where he is because y'all like to fight.
I'm too old to fight. I'm just gonna knock on the door and ask questions.
No, it's not grape juice, nosy. Um, okay. At what point does protecting your peace stop being healthy and start limiting your growth?
And here we go, coming for me right out the gate. Definition of this. Um, when you can't tell the difference between people anymore, whether they're a friend or you're looking for an angle in a friend.
Hmm.
If it's somebody you're romantically talking to, all right, when's this gonna swing the other way? What they want. So you constantly stay in the defensive instead of going, oh, this person actually likes me for me.
I think yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, ugh, I ain't got nothing. You summed it all up. I think that was good.
I try. I told you I bring my A game when I come for coffee and tea.
I hear you. I hear you.
So how you tell the difference between discernment and fear wearing discernment's clothes?
Hmm. I thought this was such a good question because here's my thought process because I had to think really hard about this one. Discernment is God telling me this not right. It is there's a difference between me and the voice of the Holy Spirit. And at this point in my life, I kind of know the difference. Um, so yeah, that's discernment. But discernment, well, fear wearing discernment's clothing is when I recognize that this is the same pattern, or I'm doing the same pattern, and I'm like, okay, no, can't we can't do this. And he could be the nicest person. He could be all of the things that I would want up front in a relationship, but because I feel like it's getting ready to fall apart, or I feel like, oh well, this too good to be true. That's the fear.
Any other signs you look for?
I
I'm coming for you just as hard.
know. um, that's pretty much it. If I feel like everything is happening the same way as all of my other relationships have happened, that's usually the other signs for me. If everything's happening too fast, or if he sounds too good to be true,
So no
um,
love at first sight.
I like. There's a part of me that wants to believe in love at first sight. It just hasn't happened for me yet.
Okay.
So I can't say that I'm with it, and I can't say I'm not with it. So yeah. So okay, and y'all can answer these questions too. Feel free to drop your answers in the comments. So let's go into our next portion, which I think is interesting, and it's called boundaries or walls. So Sean, walk me through the difference between a healthy boundary and an emotional wall, and for you, what separates the two?
Okay, now I'm nervous. Um,
Don't be nervous.
a healthy boundary is just being able to feel comfortable enough to say, hey, this is where we are. This is what I stand for. An emotional wall, you ain't getting through it with me. It's literally just blocking, not being open to whatever the other person is saying. Whatever, it could be the most wonderfulest thing. She could be laying out, the future, babies, you name it. And you're like, word just bouncing right off.
Is
So for me, what separates the two is the intent.
okay. Are there triggers for you?
Yeah, every time the phone goes off. Just from past relationships, past experiences, there are certain triggers for me, and I try to be open about it. If it's rubbing me the wrong way, if I
Mhm.
know the intent is not there to be, misleading, I try to say, hey, this is, time out, slow down. This is what happened. This is why.
Yeah, I'm with that. For me, healthy boundary is something that protects us both. Um, you know, especially when it's somebody that you're like really vibing with, or for me, potential is my Achilles heel, I guess, is what I could use. I tend to fall for the potential,
Hmm.
not where you currently are right now. Um, and what I could help you do to get to you using your full potential. And it's just a natural thing for me. Um, so I think boundaries help to protect us both, and emotional walls just protect me.
The way I'm going to go to Pastor Mitchell from 2819 here.
Hmm.
He said in one of his sermons, and it really stuck with me. He's like, I don't owe you access. I owe
Mm.
you love. Access has to be earned through consistency. And he went on a couple different things, and I've kind of look at it the same way. I love you to death from over here, but for you to get at my table, you've got to be consistent.
Yeah. And I think people can be consistent in certain areas, and I think they fall apart in others. I guess you can kind of say I was dating somebody.
Should I be jealous?
Are you? Um, and uh, he consistent in like being my friend.
Hmm?
Like we consistently talk, all that kind of stuff. But when it came to like the beyond friendship stuff, that's where the inconsistencies came. But I had already given him next level access, answering his phone calls all the time. Like he needs something, like I'm trying to fix problems, all that kind of stuff. And it put me in an emotional rigmarole that when he started seeing somebody else or told me that he was seeing somebody else, I fell apart.
That's another address I'm gonna need. Um, which kind of segues to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
What does emotional safety actually require from another person? And then what does it require from you?
Ooh. I think like emotional safety, you have to be a safe place for me to be able to share that stuff with you. Like I should, if I needed to tell you that something that you did hurt my feelings, or something you said, or the fact that you said you were going to meet me somewhere and you didn't show up, regardless of what the situation was, I should feel safe enough with you to be able to tell you that that's what it is without the passive aggressive stuff. Like the you asking me what's wrong and I say nothing, but there's obviously something wrong.
You got three tries past that third nothing. I ain't asking no more.
And I think too that that's the other piece. Like if I'm dating somebody, and I don't necessarily expect this to happen like right from the jump street, but if if we've been friends, or like we were we've been dating a while, at some point you should know the person that you're dating, at least at the surface level. So there are certain things that are habitual for us that happen when something's wrong, or I'm bothered or I'm irritated, or the other person I'm with is all that. So you're able to tell a little bit. So if I know that you're upset and I ask you and I say what's wrong and you tell me nothing, I might let the first nothing go, and I might not ask you for a little while, and then I'm gonna come at you a different way. I might say, Sean, you can tell me that it's nothing, but I know there's something wrong.
I've heard that once or twice in my life.
Like you can't hide it from me. I know you're off. So if it's something I did, let's have a conversation about it so that we can resolve it. Because I don't like this.
That's the hard part right there.
What?
Having a conversation about it. Nobody wants to do that anymore.
And that I think is one of the things that irritates me so much about dating. But I like to talk about everything, and I probably talk too much. And part of it has very much to do with upbringing because I didn't get a chance as a kid to talk about how I felt about a lot of stuff because I didn't live in a very safe environment at times. So not saying anything was a better thing. So now I talk about everything. I want to talk about everything. And most people that I've dated can't handle that.
That to me is a hallmark, is just communication. One of the best and worst relationships I had was communication based.
I am that way. And I know for some people, especially men, emotions are not a comfortable thing to always talk about.
It's because we're not supposed to.
Exactly. And I give a grace for that because I know a lot of y'all have never been taught. Little boys are taught you're not supposed to cry, like man up, suck it up, all that kind of stuff.
Put some
So
dirt on it.
yeah, so I get it, but I want to have that conversation with you, and if you care enough about me, even though it's uncomfortable, you'll try to have that conversation with me, and I'll do my best not to make it so emotionally heavy that it makes you like super uncomfortable and you don't want to talk to me for 5 days.
I don't know. Once you get that vault unlocked with me, you might as well get a drink, some popcorn, get your favorite blanket because you're gonna be there for the long haul.
I'm that way too. I rather talk it out and get it out versus the stuff just lingering and festering and then it gets compounded with some other stuff
Hmm.
because it just becomes goofy. All right. What are some indicators that someone is guarding their heart in a healthy way versus quietly locking people out? I just wanted to say hey to some folks. Hey, Marvin, I saw you come in the room. Hey, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't know how many folks you was gonna say. So,
No, I was just the one.
uh, having those conversations like you just talked about, you know, 3 months in, you should know fairly comfortably with a person. Okay, this is what makes them tick. This is what they like. This is what they don't like. What are we building to?
Mm-hmm.
Locking people out, that's my specialty. Um, Here's one of them questions you asked backstage.
Okay.
My cutoff switch is easy to flip. Once I withdraw, I'm done. There's no turning back. There's no amount of conversation. There's nothing that really can be said that's going to make me turn around and be like, huh.
Like, no, thank you.
Nope. Once I'm done, I'm done. I'm out. Peace. We be friends. You can call me. We'll talk about whatever, but you won't have that access anymore.
Okay. We got a question in the comments, so I want to
Okay.
make sure that we ask this. So Tony says, "How do you protect your peace when friendship becomes a bit more?"
Oh, well, it's putting that boundary out. It's having that conversation with that person
Yes.
about where we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like we're headed towards a relationship and you've still got me in that we just friends box, that's a conversation.
And I think too, if you ventured into that space where like you're doing things that you don't do with your other friends, if they're keeping you friend zone, then you got to pull yourself back away from all of those extra things. So like the person I was telling you about,
What was that name again?
I'm
Let me get
not
my pen.
whatever. Um, we'll call him Charlie. When I was seeing Charlie, like every time he called, I'd answer the phone. If he needed something and I was the first person that he calls, regardless of what it is, I'm moving mountains to try to help him, get whatever it is that he needs. But if you're keeping me in the friend zone, so call another friend first. Let
Collect.
me be the last friend you call.
Call collect.
But Tony, good question. All right. Rolls back to communication. Yes, Holly, it does. All right, Sean, I think your question is next.
It is, and time to make you a little uncomfortable.
I know.
Can you be fully vulnerable while maintaining a strong boundary, or are those ideas opposites?
I try to be. I think I think I have failed miserably at times at trying to be vulnerable, and I won't say boundary. I'll say it's hard when my walls are up.
Preach.
So, you know, I think if it's a healthy boundary, I think vulnerability comes along with that healthy boundary because you're respecting the boundary that I've set. So I feel safe in the space that we've created. It's when I don't feel safe and my walls are up that then I don't get to be vulnerable because I don't trust you. So why would I open myself up to somebody that I don't trust? So yeah. And that puts us right into our act three, which is vulnerability and avoidance. And I think this is
This.
apropos, but I think we both get ready to expose some stuff at this point. Because
Let me
these
get.
questions are a little loaded. And I was like, oh God, like, are we really doing this? Okay, we're really doing this.
Hey, you changed the rules, so
I know. I know.
we're
Look,
here.
look. It's better to have the questions and we don't ask the same questions. So I had to see them and then I had to compile them so that we were on the same spaces at times. But who knew that we would come up with these kinds of questions?
Hmm.
So, first shot fired. Here we go. How does avoiding emotional pain affect your ability to experience connection, joy, and love?
Whew. Okay. This is one of the note taking ones.
Yep, yep.
Um, if you can't hurt me if you can't get close to me, and I can have a connection with you, but that'll be about the extent of it. Too much, and I don't want to say it like this because it sounds like I'm bitter,
Mm-hmm.
but too much negative has made me suspicious of everybody. Like I said before, what's your angle? You know, because I got my own house, you trying to just hit me up because I got a house. You looking for a
Mm-hmm.
place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can outthink you, you're gonna stay at an arm's length. Now there are some people in my life that who I feel where I can talk to them about whatever, where I can be honest, be transparent, and feel safe about it, and I am thankful for them. So for me, it's a fine line. You know,
How
once you get
fine?
like like tiny, like I categorize people into two categories. You're either a root or you're a leaf.
Okay.
You are a root. Since for day one. So, but there are other people who I've encountered that are a leaf. I know they're here for a season. what
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to learn from them, what they supposed to learn from me, and they supposed to go.
Yeah. And I think too that that we have to, because if not, people will definitely like take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think once we've been hurt, like our resonance with the emotional pain that we've experienced makes stuff a little bit more heightened.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
My
it's
spidey sense stay tingling.
yeah, and I'm the same way. Like, don't let it sound like you lying to me, because I'm gonna think that you're lying to me. As the one,
Mm-hmm.
it is my one eternal pet peeve is that when you lie when the truth will do.
That needs to go on a shirt.
Listen, if if you and I are not exclusive and we seeing other people, just be honest about that. But if there's been no conversation about it, I don't know where we are. You might be seeing other people, but then I'm not,
Right.
because you've given me the impression that it's just
That it's
you
a
and me.
we. Yep.
So then when you come out the woodwork and you tell me, "Oh, girl said something to you that was out of pocket," or I'm trying to make plans and you telling me that, well, I can't because I'm going out with this other girl, and it's the first I've heard of other girl, then I got a problem.
As you should.
And now, anytime you say something, now I'm Detective Chris trying to figure out whether or not what you're telling me is gospel, or whether or not you lying. And that I don't have, in my 46-year-old body, I don't have the emotional capacity anymore to do that with people.
Mm-mm. Takes too
Thank you for
much
the
work.
comment, Holly. So yeah, mm-mm. Diva asked, "What's in your cup, Sean?"
Sweet tea.
So
I
Tony
should have
said,
spiked it.
"Yeah, I should have spiked mine too, but it's too hot for alcohol." Um, Tony
That's why I'm
says you
sitting here almost in the dark.
can't. You can't hurt me if you can't get close to me, but you can't get close to me if I don't give you the chance to hurt me. Food for thought. That's all. And I think it's a terrible cycle that you put yourself in, because you've been hurt. You don't want people to be close because you're afraid they're going to hurt you too. And
Yep.
then you don't let them get close because of that. But then you either assume that they've done it or they do it. And then it puts you back in that same
I knew it.
rigmarole. Right. Like, oh, I knew you was going to do it too. Hey, Brian. So, Heather. Um, hey, Kevin, I know you're not talking about how old I am, because you're older. So
I'm
let's
older than the both of you.
so don't start, sir. Um, is it my turn?
Nah,
No,
it's
it's your
mine.
turn. It's your turn.
Which kind of segues us to my perfect question.
Here we go.
Go ahead, get that sip. Have you ever kept
Okay.
someone at arm's length? Not because they were dangerous to you, but because they had potential to matter and that scared you?
Yes.
And you know what?
Yes.
I'm going to say the same thing. Yes, too.
Yes, 100 times over. Like, I think when, especially with somebody like I really vibe with, like, if everything doesn't necessarily have to be easy, but if I can talk to you, if we can have disagreements, and those disagreements not put like a super duper damper on our connection, you don't make me feel like I'm weird, you make me laugh, I don't have to make excuses about why I'm in church, until 2 o'clock, like why I'm working them in, when I don't have to do all of the dating gymnastics. and it feels like this is a potential situation. Yeah, I'm always stay over there.
Yeah, guilty.
Stay over there. Richard Hayden says, I think it's a fine line when you let someone close, when you know they're telling next man the same things. Yes, most definitely.
So you have hit the UK already.
Okay. Hey, Richard over there at the pond. Thanks, Dick Tony, for letting us know that was a good question. I think I, there's such a fine line between vulnerability and avoidance. I think avoidance is again what we do to protect ourselves, and it stems a lot from the goofiness that people do, and even some of the goofiness that we do. Because I think sometimes even with avoidance, you have one really bad breakup, like one monstrous like below, and you could have had several like inconsistent relationships or whatever, but this one relationship that you put like your whole self into, you know,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. All it takes is that one bad relationship to push
Now,
you over the edge to avoidance versus being vulnerable.
yep, and that's how I am. Like I am now,
Mm,
because I went from meaning the world to becoming a random lesson on a Tuesday.
yeah, see, not a random lesson. And
A random lesson.
Tuesday's a terrible day.
No reason, no explanation, no nothing, no contact. It could have been a text say, "Hey, I don't like the way your hair looks," and I've been like, "Okay, cool," but nothing.
Yeah, and I have I have a like be an adult at least.
Hmm.
Like the ghosting culture drives me nuts. If we not compatible, we not compatible. If it's something I said that you don't like, if it's something that I've done that you don't like, you've been to my house and I got dishes in my sink and you don't like it. I don't care, but that's a thing for you. If that's a thing for you, tell me that that's what it was, and you go and find the thing that you want. That's okay.
'Cause I'm often imitated, but I'll never be duplicated.
You right about it, because once you get me, you're not gonna find nobody else like me. I am a designer's original. Period.
I agree with you.
There is no other Chris on the planet. So good luck finding somebody like me. Have at it. But that's okay. At the end of the day, everybody has like their own preferences. They have their own pet peeves. They have their own deal breakers. And I think our culture, our dating culture has got to a point where everybody's like afraid to express those things. You're
Hmm.
either one extreme or the other. Either you too bold about your where everything is a preference and there's no room for anybody to be the image of the person that you have created in your mind.
Hmm.
And then there's the other thing, the other extreme where people don't speak up about what their actual preference is and they just decide to ghost people.
Yep. And then that wrecks it for the next person.
Yes, because now I'm set up because some idiot, has done something different. Yeah, Brian and his brother say this. I'm cut from a different cloth, and they don't make that fabric anymore.
And the time I know you, like I said, I agree.
Thank you. At least I'm not. I'm not super crazy. All right, sir. Here we go. What does emotional courage look like in everyday relationships, especially when fear is involved?
This, yeah, you take the sip for me. It's being yourself. It's being your authentic self. That's courage these days. It's not, let me put on this facade for this person. There are way too many chameleons out there. It is being who you are, who God made you to be. It is being your true authentic self,
Yes.
irregardless of the consequences.
Yes. 100% agree with you. I don't want to meet your representative.
You get the representative first, because then I got to figure out if I like you.
But I don't even want that. I don't want the representative because the representative isn't the real you. It's the person that you bring that's the facade of the real you.
Here's the fun fact: when I first met you, that was there was no representative. That was that was actually me feeling safe around you enough to have a conversation with you.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy I met the real you first.
Mhm. Or you'd be like, "Ooh, damn."
I don't think it's that bad.
Oh, the cold side of me.
Let let me never meet that version of you.
Oh, that side of me needs Jesus, a cleanse,
A dunk in the baptismal pool.
three, and like being held down.
Lord, don't drown you now. Hey Courtney, so happy to see you.
Absolutely. Did you get to go home?
I think she said that in the group chat that she
Oh,
she
I
was
didn't
going
look.
home. She
I've
was
been
going.
I've been practicing.
I hear you. I hear you. It's your turn.
Uh huh. My turn to
Hmm.
take a sip for you. So can avoidance feel peaceful?
Yes, it can.
How do you know that peace is helping you heal or keeping you hidden?
It's not. Like let's just call a spade at the end of the day.
See how
Like
much-
it's not. It's not at all. And I talked to my therapist about this, and I said this to a friend of mine the other day. Like avoidance really does make you lonely,
Mhm.
and it literally shuts you out from everything else. So I was like, you know, I'm always in the house. Not that that's a bad thing. The last 3 days since it's been above or felt like above 100 degrees, but I need to get out. If I'm gonna run into whoever's gonna get my attention next, I gotta run into him. I gotta meet him, whether it's like a in person situation or a virtual situation or whatever. Like I gotta run into him, and I think protecting my peace at times has kept me from doing that.
I was having a conversation about this at work today. Actually, Leigh was telling me about all these restaurants that I should go try and go check out, and I'm like, I don't want to go do that by myself.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, well, you should, spoil yourself. I said, I do. I go to Wawa, I go to Sheets, I go get me a burger. I said, I'm not trying to sit at some restaurant while everybody's, looking at their person like, huh. And I'm sitting there like, the steak is rough. I was like, those are type restaurants that you go if you have somebody to share it with.
Now, I'll go to a restaurant by myself. Cheesecake Factory has a wonderful happy hour. And I've gone to happy hour at Cheesecake by myself. I sit right at the bar and have a good
So I'll go
conversation.
like the Olive Garden or something like that by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't going to one of these like nice steakhouses down here where, you get to cut your own steak and
Nah, but I think you have to, because at least for me, I want to be able to treat myself well, so that when I do go out and somebody treats me equally or better, Like I recognize it.
As long as there's a Chick-fil-A, I'm good.
We not going to no Chick-fil-A. Well, I take that back. First date, I don't want you to do nothing big. I want to go somewhere we could talk. So Chick-fil-A is okay. Or Starbucks or what have you. Um,
Mm-mm. First date, I'm swinging for the fence.
I don't need you to swing for the fence first.
No.
Cause
By the time we
I'm gonna
actually
feel
get to that
bad
point,
if it don't if you're not the person. I'm gonna feel
it
bad
don't
if you
matter.
spent $190 on a.
It was well worth it. Because by the time we get to that first date, we've done had quite a few conversations. You know where I'm at. I know where you're at. So that first date, I'm swinging for the fence. If I strike out, I strike out. I'll take my ball and go home. But the same breath, I'm gonna set the bar for that next guy that comes behind me for you, and you're gonna be sitting there, eating your meal, and you can be like, I'm gonna pop in your head.
Now, would you spin the block? Like if you took somebody out and they were like, this was good, but I don't think it's what I want. So I I had a great time, but I think I'm gonna move on and continue looking. And go a couple weeks or whatever, maybe a month, and then the person swings back.
Hmm. It depends on the person.
Okay.
It's not just gonna be Jenny from the block. There had to have been to me some type of spark, some type of connection.
Okay.
If I swing for the fence, I strike out, you go out, do your thing, and we never talk again, I at least know I swung for the fence.
Okay.
You got my A effort. If I swung for the fence and strike out, and because you decide, you're not sure about me, totally different story.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Not to say that we got through the hard part, but that was a little
A
open.
little raw.
Little open. So we're moving into love, trust, and connection, which is really what we were just talking about. So we're moving right into our next act. Look, that's for you, Sean.
What was it?
Kevin said, "What's wrong with Jenny from the block?"
Bruh. Jenny can stay.
Tony says, "That swinging back is a tough one. You rejected me once, and I think that would be my thing. Like, here's that vulnerability versus avoidance piece. You've already rejected me once. I don't know even if sparks were good, even if I liked what I saw, what I heard, all of those types of things. I
And
don't know
see,
if I
here's the
should give you
thing.
an
I'm gonna
opportunity to
ask you.
reject me again.
I'm gonna ask you.
Uh,
uh, While we sitting at dinner, talking about whatever, I'm gonna be like, so what happened? And you're either gonna look at me and be like, well, I tried to find you and somebody else and it didn't work.
mm,
Or you're gonna be like, I realized, that I let a good thing go. Whatever the case may be, you're gonna be forced to confront whatever that is.
okay.
It ain't gonna be like, oh, you called me back. Let me run and take you out. No, we're gonna have a talk while we
Right.
out to dinner.
I am with that thought process. That I'd be okay with. So, speaking about connection,
Here we go.
how can someone genuinely desire love while unintentionally resisting intimacy?
Because we all want to feel like we belong to somebody.
Mm,
You know, for me, the relationship that I kind of segued to, it was every single day we talked about whatever, whether it was a day at the job, what if I was struggling with something mentally, whatever the case may be, we had that conversation. It was, to me, the greatest form of intimacy is being vulnerable.
Yes.
If I feel safe enough with you to say, "Hey, I'm gonna probably trip up a couple people here." If I feel safe enough with you to say, "Hey, I am struggling mentally," you know, I'm bringing you the clips to my pistol.
Mm.
To, that to me is a greater form of intimacy than stripping you down in the bedroom.
Okay. I I think if I can give you ammunition to hurt me,
It's usually the ones pulling the trigger.
yeah, you know, I I shared this with someone, and I think I've talked about this on the show. If not, trigger warning right here. Um, I am a victim of sexual assault, and I had a conversation with a guy I was dating. He I have a tendency to ask people a lot of questions. It's probably why I'm good at the podcast space. Um, and he asked me to share something. He said, "Kristen, I don't think that you're being vulnerable because you've been the person who's asked all the questions." So he asked me about like trauma, and he, specifically said something to the effect of, tell me about some trauma that happened in your life that has made you stronger than what you were before. And I shared my my assault issue with him, and initially I thought he took it well, and then he didn't talk to me after that.
It takes a special kind of guy to
Most
sit with something, whether it being essayed or whether it being something worse, to sit with that and then turn around to be able to sit with you and be like, you know what, we're gonna get through this.
Yeah, and it was a long distance kind of a situation, and it like I in that moment, like, it was super hurtful.
Hmm.
Like, you asked me to share something with you that was a vulnerable moment, um and you kind of just decided that you didn't want to do it. So I was like, all right, Joe, like, move on. But then I wouldn't tell anybody else because in my mind now
You're gonna leave.
everybody's going to respond that way.
Yep.
So it though the desire to be loved is there, there's always some level of resistance I have with being close to somebody.
Because
And
you're waiting for that other shoe.
I can take on whatever you got going on. Whatever you got, issues, you got parental things, you got kid things, you got previous relationship things, you got previous marriage things, like, you got grief issues. I got all of that. I got you. It's hard for me to let somebody be there for me in that way.
I'm just gonna sit here and smile. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Courtney says, why ask me the question? Then when I tell you the answer, run away. That's what makes you build up walls to keep people out. 100%. 100%.
So you kind of answered my next question, but I'm gonna throw it at you again, and then I'll field it too if you like.
Okay.
What's riskier, letting someone in or never letting anyone get close enough to know you?
And I think this is loaded.
I know.
So I think there's a piece of each in the other. So I think the riskier thing is letting someone in, but you can't get in unless you're close to me. And I can't, and somebody who's close to me is going to get in. If you're close, my defenses are already down. So you're gonna get in somehow.
I need to take notes from you.
You're gonna get in somehow if we're close. If we're not close, then yeah, there's no risk on either end. So if I had to make a choice, I think it's riskier to let somebody in
Okay.
because you can be close and I can and you do not pass go, do not collect $200.
Not the $200.
I don't you can be close and I can draw a line in the sand and say this is as far as you go but no further. But when you in, the whole library is open for you.
Oh, when I fall, I'm 10 toes deep.
I am with you on that same level, sir. Hey Jenny. All right. How do our past wounds influence whether we're looking for connection or simply collecting evidence that our fears were right?
I think we're always looking for connection.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be a friendship, a relationship. I think we're always looking for connection because we weren't designed to do life alone,
Agreed.
as much as I try. But depending on where we are in the picture, if it's a friendship, I know where we're at. If it's a relationship, I know where we're at. If you're a potential relationship, I know where we're at. But I'm paying attention to what you do because the minute you throw that first red flag, and it could be something as simple as my one of my biggest pet peeves is being left on red.
Okay.
If you get busy and you're like, oh hey, I'm busy, I'll get back to you. Cool. I'm not going to trip. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, why is she not? But the minute I get left on red, that starts the red flags for me.
Okay.
So then I start looking. All right, well she left me on red here. What's the next domino to fall? And then so I start building that defense right back up. So you ain't gonna get me.
I I'm a person who pays attention to patterns. Look, Jenny says that's why I don't turn on my red receipts. That's god darn shame. Um, I'm a patterns person.
The funny thing is, that's fine. If your red receipts aren't on, that's cool. But if you're responding back to me within like a certain, we'll say 45 seconds,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden your phone stops sending messages,
Mm-hmm.
that's where it's, hmm, what you doing?
Yeah. I'm the same way. If you and I good morning every day, have a great day at work. I'll talk to you later, kind of stuff. And then the pattern changes without no warning.
Hmm. You
My
done
my
started a counter.
yeah, my antenna goes off because especially if we was talking the night before and you didn't alert me to what I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow or I gotta get up and like get my mom to work and then I gotta take the kids to school like I don't have no warning for why the pattern changed, then my spidey senses start tingling.
See, that's where when the good morning comes, hey, I slept in, that's where
Yeah.
communication is a key. But just for out of the blue for it to change up, no rhyme, no reason. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Kevin, you don't know what I got going on, sir. Mind your business. Talk about my red receipts ain't on either. Um, yeah, I patterns, patterns is the same way with just general conversation. If if I talk to you every day, I come home from work, and I start, every Wednesday. I'm not. I get home from work at 6 o'clock, and every Wednesday now, the pattern has changed to you don't answer my phone call on Wednesday, and I don't hear from you until Friday. That's a problem.
Absolutely. Especially as much as we got our phones in our hands for whatever reason.
Yeah. Not only that, you got phone, you got watch. Your whole ecosystem, goes off anytime your phone go off. So just don't establish a pattern that you're not gonna keep up with.
Or at least have a reason why.
Yes. Yes.
You know, hey, I'm getting off work late. I'll hit you up when I get home.
Yes. And Tony said it best. We are really creatures of habit. Most definitely. People calling me while I'm trying to do a podcast. What's wrong with these people?
They try and take you out.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not this person.
I don't know. You said yeah, kind of quick.
No, because I was like, yes, but not in that way. Um, Way too young. Uh,
Hey, you never know.
no, no, no. See, there. See, here we go. All right, since you open a can of worms, here we go. Right, there is a pocket that I'm willing to day under and day over. My pocket is 11 years. 11 years under and 11 years over. That's my pocket. If you outside of that pocket, you're either too young or you're too old. 11 years older than me, you're close enough to almost be dating my mama. We can't Me and my mom can't be dating the same kind of dudes.
Freaking, they have something to talk about at dinner.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's already bad enough that my mom and I sound the same. Okay, on a phone, it's hard to tell us apart. And the reason I say that is because when I was a teenager, and this was after my dad had passed, my mom was, putting herself back out there in the dating market. I'd answer the phone, and they'd say something slick across the phone, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not the one that you want. You looking for my mama?" And they'd be so embarrassed. So, yeah, no, we can't be close. We can't be close to that.
You sure?
Yeah, pot, pot with no, no. Unless now the caveat to that is the Lord. If the Lord tell me, which I seriously doubt, the Lord tell me that's the pocket I'm gonna go in, then by all means, whatever the Lord say, He not gonna do me like that.
Sit side by side outside. You know, who gonna light the grill?
look, look. He. Well, no, I can't say that because if he close to retirement age, that might actually be a good thing. But no,
Hey,
absolutely. Like one of my favorite influencers, the way she says it, absolutely not.
hey,
Nope.
if Anna Nicole can marry for love,
I'm quite sure she can. See, Brian close to mine, 10 up, 10 down. Yep. I'm 11 up, 11 down. So it's all gravy. I don't want you to be old enough to be able to date my sister. Like we got rules around here.
so no family reunions.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I got to be careful because I got cousins and all that kind of stuff that I don't know all of my cousins. So somebody close enough to that age range, we might actually be related, and I can't do that either.
No Joe Dirt there.
Right. All right. Holly said make it 12, even numbers. Hilarious. All right.
All I'm gonna say is, you if you don't know where Tupac got shot, you're too young for me.
Right. Exactly.
So, what would it look like to you to have boundaries that are strong enough to protect you, but flexible enough to connect?
I think I'm still in that space where I'm trying to identify what those boundaries actually are. I think I have put myself in some spaces where I have set a boundary and it was pie crust, easily made, easily broken.
It's usually that way for the right one.
But they might not be the right one. And that's the piece of it that it grinds my gears. I can't say it makes me mad because at the end of the day, it's a conscious choice that I'm making. I think at the end of the day, the permeable and firm boundaries are the boundaries that allow me to enjoy a moment without making it the Great Wall of China.
That's what
One
I keep doing wrong.
a guy a guy that I wanted to talk to that it just was better off that we just be friends. Um said something to me that was very profound. He says, "I'm always thinking about what's next. I'm not living in the actual moment." Once he said that, and I like went home and I thought about it, I was like, God dang it. I hate it when other people are right about me.
Hmm.
So I try to think about my boundaries in that way too. Like, if a boundary that I make for myself doesn't allow me to find the joy in a moment, then it's not a boundary that allows me to get close enough to connect to somebody because I can't live in the moment. So please explain what, Kevin. Be specific. Um, yeah. So that would kind of be my answer to that. What about you?
For me, it's being feeling vulnerable enough to connect with you.
Okay.
I can. I'm very much attracted to the mind. The body can be banging, but I'm very much attracted to the mind. If I have any type of connection with you mentally,
Mm-hmm.
then I can, start to let that crumble a little bit.
Okay.
If we just cool, like we just talk, hey, what's up? That boundary is firm. I will keep you at arm's length as long as I can until I foster you to go find your forever home.
Not foster you, Lord Jesus. We can't
Hey,
be fostering people, Sean.
hey, I will help. I help a lot of women find their forever home. I'm like, good luck, Chuck.
Let us not be fostering people. Like, and here's why: you fostering people. Sometimes fosters take a long time for these people to find forever homes. What happens if you fostering somebody and somebody who really want to be with you show up?
Um, you got to go.
But you fostering people.
If somebody actually, if that miracle actually does occur, somebody shows up and says, you know what, hey, I want to be with you while I'm entertaining someone that I'm just entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
it goes back to that conversation. Hey, I think we've reached our point. and you go do you. I'm gonna go do me.
I'm gonna go do this. Yes.
But that's just me. And I know that Christmas miracle ain't gonna happen no time soon, so we good.
You don't know what the Lord is going to do. Hey Sam, how are you? Nice to see you out there in the virtual area. Um so we've hinted to this a little bit here and there. So we just gonna go there and talk about it. We're gonna talk about the spiritual layer.
Time to go to church.
Time to get there. Though the Lord has shown up in all of the questions here at some point. But Sean, how can you discern the difference between God closing a door for your protection and God inviting you to trust him despite uncertainty?
Oh, if you fall out of my life, I'm gonna assume that was just God closing the door.
Okay.
That's just point blank. I am I am not going to chase after nobody. Now we could have had the best time, most wonderful time, but if you're going to try and lead me to chase you because you like the attention, I'll catch up with you later. But and it falls back to prayer for me. It's Lord, I have this person that I'm really interested in. If this is a relationship that I'm supposed to build, grow it. If this person is supposed to be here for a season, show it.
Mm-hmm.
If they ain't supposed to be here, help them find the door.
Yes. Yeah. When I start to get interested in somebody, I ask the Lord. I say, if this is not your will, show me the offering.
It's funny how fast that offering pops up.
Man, listen, so fast. And I've asked him to show me the offering, and then I continue to look for the next exit.
hmm Show me a sign. I ain't see it.
Yep, exactly. So it's a loaded space. Like, I'm asking God because I really do want it to be the right one. Just because, oh god darn it, just because I don't, I'm at a point I don't want to waste time no more.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's all right, Lord. Like, let's speed this up. This waiting been a long wait. Like, push it forward. Let's do this. Um. So, but let me gather this thought. But I don't want to feel the vacancy of not having somebody. I've been in that pocket too. So, yeah, Jesus help, but don't help too fast.
It was. I think it was Sean Wayans. It might have been Marlon who said that he was in his 50s and he realizes he's got more time behind him than he does ahead of him. And that stuck with me because I'm creeping on 50. So I realized that a lot of time is behind me. I'm not wasting time going back and forth. What's your favorite color?
Yes.
You
What's your
know,
favorite?
if it,
What's your favorite food?
I might ask that because I'm easy when it comes to dinner. But I don't have time for that. I want either that person to come along, and I've learned to be cool by myself. It is hard. It is lonely at times, but I've learned how to be by myself. So for you to come to me, you have to be adding to the equation now.
Yeah. 100% feel that.
So, where do you think our faith challenges us to self protect the most?
I definitely believe that in our very hypersexualized culture, that God still calls us to protect ourselves in that space. Cause sex complicates everything.
Amen.
Like, you miss all kind of red flags when you're sleeping with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I definitely believe that God protects us in that space when we actually follow it. Um, I can say on many occasions, and I'm not ashamed to say it, uh, that I've gone beyond where God's protection uh, could have protected me in quite a few of my relationships. Um, but like I said in the message I did, there's always a time, there's always an opportunity for God to reroute you back to the main road. So once I've recognized that, yeah, this definitely is not what God wants for me. This not it's definitely where God don't want me to be. I say, okay, let's not do this no more.
Yeah, about that.
So, and again, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say, like, once you go there, that it's easy for you to come back from that. I know some friends that have, like, what I say is quit people cold turkey. They recognize that this relationship has gone further than they wanted it to go. They've compromised. They say, guess what? This is not where God want me to be. I don't want to be with you no more. And slice and dice and keep on moving.
Mm-hmm.
I am not that person. I feel like when you said God designed us for connection, God doesn't want us to be alone. Like, I am the epitome of that word. I dislike thoroughly cutting people off.
I don't.
I do. I have a problem. Like, you have to do something like horrible to me in order for me to cut you off. Like, I try to find some healthy compromising, not compromising, some healthy mutual space that
Mm-hmm.
I can coexist in.
Oh,
And it,
that's how we're gonna coexist.
I just don't. It's an abandonment thing for me. I don't. No child left behind, I guess. But
You
my
can't save every puppy.
you can't. I know you can't. But I mean, it take me a while eventually because at some point they do something that ends up irritating me, or they cross a space where they try to go back to what it was, and I'm just like, see, you don't respect boundaries, so now you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
So
But sometimes we make up reasons to help people find the door.
yes, and I think it's more of a, well, let me let you cancel yourself versus me canceling you. So let me find mutual space for us to coexist in, and let you hang yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can cut you off. My mom hates it because, like, I'll call her and I'll be talking to her about A, B, or C, and she's like, I don't even understand why you still talking to that idiot. You should just tell him go away, or just block him, or And I'm just like, well, mom, like,
Oh,
one,
once I cut you off, it's a wrap.
yeah. Now once I'm done, I'm done.
Oh, I don't even have to find a reason. Once I cut you off, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I can show you in my phone how many phone numbers are just there, so I caller ID purposes.
Now I start changing people's names in my phone so I don't answer.
Mm-mm. Your
So
name will stay the same, but just so I know it's you. I
Oh
might
no,
put NA by it.
there
No
there
answer.
there's somebody in my phone. Their name is undecided. There's another person in my phone. His name is just no. There's another person in my phone that says run. Like it just, I don't need to know who you are. I just need to know that I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I need a name because I'm slow, so I'll
Nope.
forget. But once I see your name pop up, nope.
Yeah, and see, a lot of my relationships, not necessarily all romantic, but we all know various people in common. So, like, I can't necessarily block people because then they'll call somebody that I know that we mutually know, and that person will be like, "Hey, so and so trying to get in contact with you," and then I gotta explain to so and so
Oh,
why I'm
I
not
didn't know.
talking to said person.
That's
So,
easy. Oh,
I
I didn't know.
I don't want to have to I don't want to have to do all of that. I don't want to have to explain myself. Like, no, no. Uh, where have you seen obedience to God require vulnerability instead of certainty?
Uh, I'm gonna answer this in two different ways.
Okay.
Going back to our first conversation, as someone who had no faith,
Mm-hmm.
you, like I said before, you couldn't talk to me about Jesus. Jesus could have walked in the same house, and I'd be like, mm-mm. Um, as someone who has rediscovered and been reignited in faith, everything requires a bit of vulnerability. Lord, I don't have the answer to this, or Lord, is this person right? Lord, my favorite one is, and I struggle with this still, I surrender. I cannot control this problem.
Man, listen.
And then relationship wise, Lord, is this person right for me? Is this, like you said, your will? If not, will them out the door. So it's vulnerable. Any type of relationship with God requires vulnerability. When I go sit in my prayer closet, that is me at my most vulnerable. You know, yes, there's, being vulnerable with you right now, but this is me like raw tears on the paper, vulnerable in front of my creator going, is this your will?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just taking that obedience.
And God know about it already.
I'm pretty sure he got a list with me going, again.
Sir, I believe that my life for the Lord is a TV show. He sits down in his big comfy chair in his throne room, and he turns on my life and he just shakes his head. Like, are
I'm
we
tired of being the main
rerunning?
character.
We rerunning right now, Kristen? Like, is that what we doing? I'll be like, come on, Lord, don't change the channel on me. Just don't do that. Don't change the channel.
That's
That's
why I
all I
say
want.
thank God for godly friends.
Yes. And some of my godly friends is crazy too. So yeah, they need some help. All right, going into our last large segment for the evening is us looking in the mirror.
I'm starting with the.
No copyrights, no copyrights. Um,
That's why I ain't finished.
yeah, no. So, what are some of the hidden costs of making emotional safety our highest priority?
Sitting in a house by yourself.
Man, listen. There are days
It,
where it's great.
Not today because it's hot as blazes.
Look,
Um, I'd be like, no, don't touch me.
don't do nothing. But my house is on Arctic chill right now, so I'm okay. Um, but yeah, if it wasn't, then yeah, don't touch me. Don't even look at me. Just keep looking forward. Keep looking forward. Um, mm, yeah. I think too that some some people that we think are good for us, um, we have to, in your words, cut them off.
Hmm.
Um,
See, that's what, and that's one of the things, and I'm gonna sing Kevin's praises again. That's one of the things that I value about our friendship. I can call him and be like, "Hey, I met this girl. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling," and he's gonna give me sound wisdom behind it.
I hear that.
And calling you or Courtney because y'all be like, "We'll fight her."
We sure will. I have no problems in coming to North Carolina. I know a
Hey,
couple people down there.
just let me know when you coming. We'll go get some barbecue.
You got it. What's the place? Let me go to a cookout. I'll be all right. Give me some hush puppies.
I
Um,
got you. There's one right around the corner.
okay. Road trip. Uh, imagine fear has no voice in this decision. What might look different? So if in your dating life fear didn't have a voice in you being with somebody, how would you being with somebody be different?
I wouldn't be looking for an angle. I wouldn't be looking. I'm an overthinker.
Guilt.
For those taking notes in the back, I'm an overthinker. I will take every interaction that we have and I will think 3 steps ahead while you're, so I am prepared for whatever your next move is. So if fear didn't have a voice, I would be more present in the moment.
Okay.
I allow myself to enjoy the moment. Like if we go out to dinner, I'm going to enjoy the moment. I'm going to be aware of the moment, but I'm still going to be watching you for what you do, what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna read in between those lines, even if there ain't no lines for me to read in between. I'm gonna read in between those lines and find out what you're really thinking. And it took a. I met an angel here, and I don't mean she was. I mean, like I swear to this day, she was an angel. Me and my mom were out to dinner at a Mexican restaurant down the street.
Okay.
If you ever come down here, like everything is literally from my house down the street. Um, and I wasn't really present in the moment eating dinner with my mom. I was done, so I was kind of, just fidgeting. Mom was enjoying her meal. We were, a little bit of small talk. And this lady walked over to me, and I will never forget her till the day I die. She said, "Can I talk to you for a second?" This was an attractive woman, so of course I got cocky. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's like, "I see you, with your mom." And she's like, "You're not enjoying the moment. You're not being present." And she started literally just running at me. And of course, my whole attitude shifted because I was like, "Who are you?" Then her and my mom talked. She had a. The only reason I know this woman existed is because I still have the bottle of perfume. Her and
Wow.
my mom, her and my mom talked, and my mom said whatever scent she was wearing was really nice. The lady went in her purse, gave my mom the bottle.
Wow.
I never saw this lady leave the restaurant. I have never seen this lady since. And Wilson is not that big a town. I have never seen this woman in the grocery store. I have never seen this woman since. So I swear up and down that was an angel because scripture says we do entertain angels.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned from that lady to be more present in the moment. So, of course, with mom, there's not really a fear there, but I learned to be more present, more aware,
Yep.
slow down. Nobody's going to take my plate away.
Okay.
So, same thing. If we go out to dinner, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to enjoy the moment, but I'm also trying not to listen to that voice going, "She ain't feeling you."
Mm-hmm. Yep. Guilty as charged as well. So, all right. Yep.
It's
Well,
time to. Sip and spill.
Yeah, so here's the next segment. All right, because I was like, oh, I lost
It's
you.
like, did you fire me already?
No, well, I lost both of us. So what just you? It was me too. So okay. So go ahead, Sean.
Have you ever ghosted someone because you started to catch feelings?
Yes.
Same.
Most definitely.
Have you ever kept someone at arm's length because they seem too good to be true?
Yes.
Hey, guess what? Me too.
Recently, actually.
Have you ever mistaken chemistry for safety?
Mm. Yes. Again,
I'm,
very recently.
I'm gonna skip that one. have you have you ever mistaken comfort for love?
Yes. Jesus. Why didn't I look at these before we put them on the paper? I feel attacked.
That's why I gave you the choice.
I know.
Have you ever pushed away someone who genuinely cared about you? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Have you ever apologized for having needs?
Yes. Yes. As an overthinker, I also take on the responsibility of fixing a situation.
Mm, there was no need to come for me with that one. Have you ever stayed somewhere because leaving felt scarier?
Yes. 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 I'm sorry, I was a
Have you?
little too enthusiastic about that
That,
one.
that had a little. That's got some backstory behind it.
And
Yes.
listen, the stories I could tell. That's an in person coffee and tea. That's a group coffee and tea conversation.
Up. Time for a road trip for me.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever left because staying required vulnerability?
Hmm. No, because I don't really have an issue with being vulnerable.
I think you had this question for me in mind. Have you ever called something a boundary when it was really fear?
Man,
Yep.
yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ridiculous,
And
yes.
and last but not least, have you ever realized someone wasn't rejecting you? They just couldn't access you.
Hmm. Probably in hindsight. Probably yeah. Not like at the ready, but in hindsight, yeah. Like I thought it was rejection, but it just was the fact that I wasn't letting them get there.
See, I don't owe you access.
Yeah, that's true. If I like again, if I had that philosophy, I probably wouldn't feel that way. But yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking about like the relationship in my head right now, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah, that's what that was. All right, y'all. Last.
There I
So
go back on stage again.
I found a button this time. So Sean gets the rapid fire question. So Sean, you get 30 seconds to answer each of these questions.
All right.
All right. Peace is.
I'm not sure I understand this one.
So what is peace to you?
What is peace to me? Okay, okay. Because my first answer was the sound of the ocean.
Okay, but that's still peace.
Okay, I just want to make sure I was on the right.
Hmm. That's peace. Uh, Fear sounds like.
A jet engine.
Hmm. That's a good analogy. healing looks like.
A ball of yarn.
Mm, come on, come on, come on, reference to the first show. Vulnerability feels like.
A warm blanket.
Mm, a boundary says.
Yes.
Okay. A wall says.
Not a chance.
One green flag that people overlook is.
Consistency.
Mm. One red flag that people overreact to is.
Consistency.
Yes. Love requires.
Safety.
And emotional safety means.
Vulnerability.
All right. Good job, rapid fire. That's good. That's good. Sean deserves a round of applause for that one. Good job,
There's people taking notes going, I knew it.
sir. So we've come to the end of the show, but we do want to leave you with some closing reflection kind of remarks. So I'll let Sean go first.
If someone listening feels caught between wanting connection and fearing hurt, what message would you offer them?
Hmm. I think my message to you would be like your hurt is valid. However, don't let the validation of those hurt feelings cause you to stop connecting with people.
Okay.
Okay? What about you?
Take your time. Walk through what you're feeling. Don't instantly, automatically assume that this person is set out to have the worst intention.
Speaking from experience.
Preaching.
Yes. On that note, what's one thing you hope people stop believing after listening to our conversation?
What their inner voice says.
That's a good one.
You know, I could look for the bad in everybody, but not everybody is bad.
I think mine would be, um, and I said this across the pulpit, that your waiting period is not a punishment. Your waiting space truly is refining you to be a better version of you.
Hmm.
So that you do show up, when you show up to that relationship, that you'll be the best possible version of you that you can be.
I also believe that you call out the best in each other.
Yes. I mean, they call them help meets for a reason. Like, you know, I got I got reasoning behind, you know, why God created Adam first and why Eve was the oh my gosh, like that's the best thing you ever created kind of conversation. But that's for another show.
So I drop the mic now, you know?
No, because you got one more question to ask.
So is there a final thought you'd like to leave everybody with about fear, discernment, or courage to let people in?
I think my final thought is always my final thought is that you have to allow yourself to be guided by the Lord when it comes to these relationships that we get in. At the end of the day, God doesn't pick your person, but he does put people in front of you that he believes are good to help you.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I think at the end of the day, we all get to choose what that person looks like. Not physically, but what that person looks like in our lives. And no amount of trauma, no amount of hurt, um, no amount of fear should stop us from allowing God to put those people into our pathways. You really don't know why God is doing what he's doing. You can ask him. He's not obligated to tell you.
No
But
does not mean a redirection.
yes.
Excuse me. Silence does not mean a redirection.
He he knows what's best for you. So that would be the final thing that I would want to leave with you is just you got to allow God into your relationship. Can't really function and make it without him being in there.
This is perfect time tonight. If you've never trusted in God, this is the perfect time.
Yes, indeed. Uh, is the life you're building producing peace or simply preventing pain?
Both.
Mm, mm.
It's producing peace, and I know my circle. I know who my friends are. I know who I can be authentic with. But on the flip side, is it preventing pain? Absolutely, because ain't nobody getting through the front door.
Hey, and I think that's important.
Think
Always.
of my front door having a cactus on the doorknob.
Holly said something about a cactus too. So, but thank you guys. This was a really good show.
Got to bring my A game when I come.
Hey, man, listen. Round of applause to you for co-hosting the show with me and having
Hmm.
a conversation. Coming up
Absolutely.
with your own questions for the show. It was good.
It was fun.
Yeah. We have to do this again for
Yeah,
another show.
give me some warning next time. Don't be like, hey, guess what?
I know, but it was a shift. So I tell people all the time that my show is an organic show. So this topic wasn't even a part of the original shows for the season that I had. It just came up as we were going through the season shows, and when we got to the last episode where we talked about the lies that we tell ourselves to be comfortable or to stay comfortable, the natural progression was to talk about protecting our peace or is it protecting our fear. So it just comes, and that's what I love about this particular platform, to
That's
be
why I jumped
able
on
to do
this
that.
one because I'm an expert.
You got skills, Sean, I'm telling you. So be on the lookout, everybody, for our next show. Episode 6 is called Single Whole and Still Human. So that topic is going to talk about singleness, loneliness, desire, wholeness, companionship, the whole 9 yards, and the pressure for us to pretend that in our singleness that we are unaffected by the desire for connection. So we're going to talk about all the things that people say in our single season, all the things that we do and don't do, all of
Y'all
all of
might see me again.
it is quite possible. So I'm gonna find some single people to get them on the show and have this conversation. At the end of the day, every conversation that we have on Coffee and Tea, I definitely want it to come from a genuine place, from genuine people. This is real talk. you
Hmm.
know, Real talk with real people with real emotions, but there's always real laughter in the conversation as well. And I thank our audience for always participating and being a part of that conversation. We appreciate the questions and all of that kind of stuff. To those that have been with me from the very first season opener, way back when, all the way up to everybody that's joined the conversation since. So we really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much, Holly. Uh, I want to talk about, because Kevin put it in here. He ain't even give me a chance to say nothing about the Two Fat Guys podcast. He just putting his comments in my stuff. My friend Kevin, not only is he a podcaster, but he's also a producer and my all-time favorite artist, Raheem Anderson, has an album that's coming out tomorrow. It's called
Can't
Studio
wait.
Sessions. It is, when I tell you to steal a comment from another friend of mine, Raheem is in this brown liquor pocket. And I say the brown liquor pocket because it's very much reminiscent of like old school R&B, like the 90s R&B that we all enjoy and we all continue to
See,
listen.
that's what I want.
Yes. Raheem's music is that R&B pocket, and it's the pocket that I love so much. So Kevin has let me
Exactly.
listen to some of the tracks. Um, and I love me some Raheem. If you've never heard Raheem before, let me tell you that you heard him this evening because he sings and has sung the opening song to my podcast. And I have geeked out and I continue to geek out every time I hear the opening because I know it's him singing on it. So all streaming platforms, no matter which one you frequent, please, please, please save it, download it, whatever it is that you do to keep track of your music to listen to. I promise you that you will truly enjoy that album.
It is the hotel '90s baby making music.
Yes, I'm glad you said that and not me. Um,
Hey,
but again, thank you guys so much for watching. Those of you that have watched, please go to our Facebook page. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to put this stuff up there. Please go to our Facebook page. I need to grow the page because I can't do any of the live stuff on the page because there's not a lot of people who have liked or subscribed to the page. So we got to get to like 100 people before they let me stream anything live to the page. So go and join the Facebook page. It is Coffee and Tea. Um, if you see any of the flyers for the show, if you click on the logo right up there, it'll take you right to the page. Like, write a review. Tell me how much you love the show. Tell me how much you love the page. We're starting to post more, so there's like Monday stuff and Wednesday check-ins, and we have a what's the tea segment, a don't lie segment. So it's opportunities for you guys to continue the conversation throughout the week, every week. So we can keep all of these conversations going. And I take show ideas. So, if you have an idea for a topic for a show, or if you'd like to be a guest on a show, what I said I was going to do is I'm going to post the rest of the season so that you can see what the rest of the shows will be for the season. There is an after hours conversation coming in the middle of the season, not at the end. So, that's going to be something different. But yeah, this was good. So, Sean, you got anything to say? You gonna be on any podcast up and coming?
I show up wherever I'm invited. I know I'm gonna be on the Two Fat Guys season opener.
Okay,
Viva, there was no reason to come for me.
right? She don't have no reason to come for me neither. That's why I ain't put our comment up there.
So I'm wherever you I need to be. I am always in, whether it's being vulnerable with Chris or cutting it up with the Two Fat Guy podcast. I'm here to support my friends.
Amen.
I
All
don't
right.
know, Courtney's. I'm innocent.
Yeah, with Courtney's show. I think it's still happening in 2 weeks. Tell me in the comments if it's not. Courtney had Kevin and Viva in the hot seat last show. Uh,
They
this
made
next
us all go to
show,
church.
she's going to be in the hot seat. And myself and another podcasting friend of mine, he was in the comments earlier, Brian Johnston, we're going to co host her show so that we can put her in the hot seat. Her podcast is called Erotic Nights. It is just what it says.
It's grown folk
It's
conversation.
grown folks conversation. It is after 10 p.m. conversations. So if you don't want to listen to them type of conversations, you don't want to find out information like that about folks, that's not the podcast for you to watch. However, if you want to know that kind of stuff and you like having them conversations, then come on over to the Erotic Nights podcast. That's exactly what it sounds like. When you look for the page, you have to write Erotic Nights podcast, because if you don't, Facebook is going to look at you funny and ask if you're looking for unsolicited things about children. And we don't want you to do that. So that's what we're doing in the upcoming weeks. And then my other podcast is called the Unserious Serious Gospel. That's on Saturdays, and we're in the Book of Romans. So if you want to join that podcast as well, that's every Saturday at 7. And
That one is definitely highly recommend.
oh, I appreciate you. We have a good time. We talk about the Bible in ways that it needs to be talked about. Jesus talked in simple parables and had regular conversations with folks. And that's exactly how I look at Bible study. It is regular stuff and regular conversations. It's wild how I'm going from Jesus to talking about erotic nights. Like this is not the juxtaposition of conversation that I really need this evening. Like this pocket is not comfortable. So we're gonna not talk about this anymore. We're gonna go. Thank you guys so much. Stay cool, stay hydrated, especially tomorrow. It is the 4th of July. It is the independence. It is our 250th anniversary of this country. Regardless of how it is right now, America is still the greatest country. We have a lot of freedoms here that a lot of people don't get. Yes, is there a lot wrong with the country? Absolutely. However, this is a country where we get to freely enjoy a lot of freedoms that a lot of people have fought for and continue to fight for. So please make sure that you spend time with your family, check on your friends, support.
I'll be
Continue.
at work.
You be working. That's terrible. Continue to support our military folks. They're the ones that are out there fighting for our freedom. So happy 4th of July to you all. And then Sunday is first Sunday for a lot of us. It's Communion Sunday. So get your butt up and go to church. Period. Like if you hanging out and drinking on Saturday night, make sure you go home in enough time for you to get your butt up and go to church. Amen.
Hey, amen. I'll be at work.
Okay. Well, don't work too hard, Sean.
I'm gonna try not to.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, y'all. We on here rambling, so we'll see y'all on the next coffee and tea.